Hello everyone and welcome to the 2018 MSI Play-In Draw Show. I'm Eva Schogsupporter, joined by Andrew Verriesday, and we are coming to you live from the very familiar EU LCS studios here in Berlin, although we have a bit of a different look going on in honor of MSI.
Yes, we certainly do. The art style is great. We have a lot of exciting teams coming up. I cannot wait for MSI to kick off.
Me neither, because the play-ins and the group stage of MSI will be happening right here from the Berlin studio. And as we embark on the first international tournament of 2018, we're going to get a rundown of MSI's format.
Hey guys, it's Rivington III here with your guide to the 2018 Mid-Season Invitational. This year, 14 teams will compete in up to 3 different stages of MSI: the play-in, group stage, and knockout stage. First up is the play-in, where from May 3rd to the 9th, 10 teams will compete in Berlin for the 2 remaining spots in the MSI group stage. 8 of those 10 teams are drawn into 2 groups, which is based on their historic international performance and competitive strength. For more information on how we decide on seeding for MSI, check out the corresponding article available at lolesports.com. But for now, let's get into the pools from which the groups will be drawn. Pool 1 is Turkey, Brazil, the CIS or Commonwealth of Independent States, and Latin America North. Pool 2 is Southeast Asia, Japan, Oceania, and Latin America South. These teams will compete in a best-of-1 double round robin, with the winners of each group then being seeded against the representatives from Vietnam or the LMS. The winners of these best-of-5s will progress to the group stage. The group stage kicks off on the 11th of May, also in Berlin, where the 2 play-in teams join the representatives from Europe, North America, China, and Korea to see which regions will win the first international tournament of 2018. Which regions will come out on top? Find out as the play-in action starts on May 3rd at 1 p.m. Central European Summer Time.
Well, fantastic rundown by Riven. There are a couple of differences with last year in terms of representation. Vietnam, as we see, is now its own region with the VCS and is the final boss of the play-in stage in the second phase. On the other hand, the Flash Wolves are now also in the play-in stage.
Yes, and it's largely due to their performance last year. The Gigabyte Marines, they had a fantastic representation at both MSI and Worlds, and that is why Vietnam was able to
and NALCS and LMS, they swapped places.
Of course, yes. Thanks to that, NALCS were able to bump themselves up, making their lives a little bit easier. No more 5 games against the Gigabyte Marines this time around.
No, but now to continue, without further ado, we're going to kick off the draw for round 1 of the play-in stage, and let's see how things will play out. First off, we will draw all 4 of the Pool 1 teams. Now, the first 2 will be seeded into Group A, while the second 2, the remaining 2, will go into Group B. After that, the Pool 2 teams will be drafted into their groups in similar fashion. The first 2 going into Group A, the remaining 2 teams going into Group B, until we have 4 teams in Group A and 4 teams in Group B.
Now, regions were split up into 2 pools based on their historic performances at international events. So Pool 1 teams are ones who have had strong showings in the past, while Pool 2 teams are still eager to prove themselves. It's also important to note that there are no invalid draws. Everything is fair game, and what you see is what we'll get.
That is the truth. And to help us out, to sort out the first stage of the 2018 Mid-Season Invitational, we're also joined by Jonas Cold Anderson of the Unicorns of Love.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very honored to be part of the draw, and I'm excited to pick up some balls from the bowl and see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a position that many envy, so let's get started. If you'll do us a favor, the honor of drawing your first team from Pool 1 to go into Group A. Go ahead. First team drawn, the LLN's Rainbow 7 in Group A.
Rainbow 7, the squad formerly known as Lion Gaming. With 10 titles under its belt, this team has consistently gone toe-to-toe against other rising regions, only to come up short when it comes to breaking through the group stage. This year, their intent is clear: push to groups and show the international scene why they've consistently dominated the LLN.
And now the second team to join Group A, Cold, if you would. It is, of course, LCL. Gambit Gaming will be joining Group A.
One of the biggest names in all of League of Legends, Gambit Esports returns to the international stage representing the LCL. With the veteran names like Diamond Prox, Edward, PvP Stayhost, and Kira, Gambit took the LCL title with ease, only dropping 1 game in the entire season. After a lackluster performance in Wuhan during Worlds last year, the Gambit lineup hopes to bring pride back to their region.
Well, with 2 teams already in Group A now, the final 2 teams from Pool 1 will be drawn into Group B. Cold, go ahead and tell us who those teams are. That is the CBLOL's Kaboom Esports in Group B.
Kaboom Esports returned to the international stage for the first time since 2014, where they famously took down Europe's #1 seed in the group stage. Since then, it's been a struggle for the Brazilian org, but after promoting through the challenger scene and winning the summer season, Kaboom returns.
Kaboom, never forget.
Never forget. It was definitely a painful year for us Europeans. But to make it official, the last team from Pool 1, Cold, will draw. It is, of course, TCL's Supermassive.
The only team to have never missed MSI since its establishment, BAU Supermassive Esports returns after winning their 3rd consecutive winter split title. They dominated the TCL throughout the regular season, going 26-2, earning Fab Fabulous and Stomaged a return to the MSI stage.
That is it for Pool 1, so we are moving on to Pool 2. We'll follow the exact same formula. 2 in Group A, 2 teams in Group B. Let's see who will join Rainbow 7 and Gambit. Go ahead, Cold. It is the CLS's Chaos Latin Gamers in Group A.
After their Worlds run, Chaos Latin Gamers only swapped out their top laner with the intent of returning to the international stage and make the CLS proud. In 2018, they started their opening season strong, going 16-5 in the regular season and claiming their 5th championship against the first place Rebirth Esports in an epic 5-game final held in Lima, Peru. Unsatisfied with only regional success, KOG immediately took what they learned from Worlds and are boot camping in Madrid in preparation for the play-in stage.
Now it's time to round out Group A. Cold, if you could do the honors. It is the GPL's Ascension.
While international fans may not be familiar with the pro scene in Thailand, representatives from the region have consistently competed for the title against Vietnam in the GPL. Ascension Gaming, a 3-time winner of the Thailand Pro League, went 13-1 in the regular split and swept the finals, earning them a spot in the Garena Premier League Spring. They went on to take down the Kuala Lumpur Hunters 3-1 and now represent Southeast Asia.
Almost there. 2 more teams to go. Let's make it official. Who goes into Group B to join the CBLOL and TCL? Go ahead, Cold.
We had a little happy accident, so I'll just pick one of them up here, but it's this one.
OPL's Dire Wolves goes into Group B.
The Dire Wolves won their 3rd consecutive OPL title, going undefeated in the regular season and reverse sweeping the Chiefs to book their ticket to MSI. This will be the 2nd MSI appearance for the Dire Wolves, who also represented the OPL in Worlds 2018.
So since this were the final 2 teams in Pool 2 remaining would go into Group B regardless, this is a valid draw. And now just to make sure that we have the last team, go ahead, Cold.
It is the LJL's Pentagram that will be going into Group B.
After bringing in 3 new members to the starting roster, Rampage is now Pentagram, and they enter the MSI play-in stage after winning their 4th straight title and sweeping Detonation Focus Me at the LJL Finals. With Yatori Mayashi and Ramune returning to the international stage, the aim is to improve on last year's performance and move past the play-in stage.
Fantastic. So with the groups drafted, let's take a look at who will be facing off in the next round or the first round of play-ins next week. In Group A, Rainbow 7, Gambit Esports, Chaos Latin Gamers, and Ascension Gaming. And in Group B, Kaboom, Supermassive, the Dire Wolves, and Pentagram. I love that it's again a South American showdown. These teams always seem to be meeting each other when they end up in
Yes, there is quite a long rivalry, but I look at this Group A and Rainbow 7 just stand out as the favorites. Not only have they been dominant in their region, but every time they come into these play-in events, they just seem to be one of those really strong early game teams, extremely confident play styles, and they still have that super strong duo of Say and Oddie in the mid and jungle.
Yeah, fantastic group. And then in Group B, my mind immediately wanders to TCL, Supermassive, rumored to be very, very strong. And your favorites, Pentagram x Rampage. You love them so much.
Yes, I always enjoyed commentating over the format Rampage. They no longer have their jungler Tussle, but I think that the roster will still struggle against the super powerhouse of Supermassive with their star support, Snowflower. He is definitely a player that we need to keep our eyes on.
A lot of players to watch, very competitive groups overall, and the winner from each of these groups will then advance to the round 2 and will be randomly seeded into a best of 5 against either the #1 seed from Vietnam EVOS or the Flash Wolves from the LMS. And then the winners of those best of 5s will advance to the next stage of the Mid-Season Invitational.
Yes, and of course, the Vietnam and LMS seeding was based on their performance on the international stage last year. And remember that of the 10 play-in teams, only 2 can advance.
Yeah, a lot of battles to be fought, and a reminder that at the end of play-ins, indeed, only 2 teams will join Europe's Fnatic, Korea's Kingzone Dragon X, North America's Team Liquid, and the eventual winner of China's LPL, either EDG or RNG, because that final still hasn't been played.
No, it has not. Going to be a very exciting final that you want to tune into, but you're also going to want to tune into the MSI play-ins. The fight to join them begins next Thursday on May the 3rd, right here in Berlin, Germany, starting at 1 p.m. local time. Unfortunately, for those early birds in North America, that does mean a 4 a.m. time, but I hope you can join us. And of course, if you want to join us and see the action live, tickets are still available, and you can head over to lolesports.com for more information.
Yeah, we'd love to have you here. Thank you very much, Colt, for assisting us with the draw. And that's going to do it from us here and the Draw Show. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you back here next week, Thursday, to kick off the 2018 Mid-Season Invitational.